Hey everyone, let's get ready to sing the books of the Old Testament. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 and 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Alright, good job. Let's do it again, but this time a little bit faster. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 1 and 2 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Hey, that was great! Awesome job!
Hi guys, welcome back to Bible class. I'm so excited you're here. Now if you're like me, it's a little bit chilly when it gets rainy out, and it's been rainy for this week, so hopefully we'll get some more sunshine coming soon. So we're going to start off with our Bible verse today. Remember, we're going to try to figure out why the Lord is God of gods, mighty and awesome. So Deuteronomy 10:17. The Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome. Let's try that again. Ready? The Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome. He is an awesome God. Remember last week he was so awesome that he stopped the rain with Elijah, and he gave him the brook and the birds to give him water, and the birds came to give him meat and bread every morning and evening because God took care of him. Well, eventually, years later, the brook is going to dry up of water, and he's not going to be able to have water anymore. So God came to him and said, you need to go to Zephyrah. And in Zephyrah, he has spoken to a woman to help Elijah. Now, if you forgot where we're at, we are in 1 Kings. 1 Kings chapter 17. And it has in here, he says, so Elijah went to Zephyrah, and when he came to the town gate, a widow was there gathering sticks. And he called to her and asked, would you bring me a little water in a jar so I may have a drink? And as she was going to get it, he called, and bring me a piece of bread. And she says, as surely as the Lord lives, she replied, I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. I am gathering a few sticks to take home to make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die. Could you imagine this famine made it to where this lady had only a little bit of flour and a little bit of oil, and there was going to be their last meal. Elijah said to her, do not be afraid, go home and do as you have said, but first make a small cake of bread for me from what you have and bring it to me, and then make something for you yourself and your son. For this is what the Lord God of Israel says. The jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day the Lord gives rain on the land. So I want to show you how much one little handful of flour and a little bit of oil can make. And that is what she was supposed to live. Now that's what she was going to make for herself and for her son to live. And now Elijah is supposed to eat it as well. So let's see what that looks like. So here we are in Zephyrah. The poor woman went back into her kitchen and she's thinking, this is my last meal that I'm making for me and my son. And I have to include a stranger in this meal as well. Well, she's going to pour in the last bit of her flour that she has. Can you imagine how she's feeling? The desperation that she might have, as this is all the flour that she has. There is none left in that bucket. And she takes all of the oil that she has, the last bit of oil, this is it forever, in with her flour. And she's probably thinking, this is it. There's going to be nothing left. But, you know, I'm going to try to trust and have faith in what Elijah said. He said, the Lord will say that if I make him a cake and make me a cake and my son a cake, but if I serve Elijah first, I will have more flour and more oil. That's a lot of faith that I think that she is putting into God. And she doesn't even know God. She's not part of God's people, the Israelites. She's just, you know, somebody that God put in her heart to help with the world. So she's making these flour and oil cakes because that's all that she has. And she makes them, and it's not a big roll of dough. So she has made it, she's forming it, and now she's going to separate it out to make the bread for Elijah first, because that is what he said, and then some for her and her son. And I can imagine this woman is probably thinking, this is the last meal we are ever going to have. And it is made with flour and oil. Now, if I'm thinking right, that can't taste very well. So after she's done cooking, she presents to Elijah his cake of bread. So you see, that only makes a small thing of bread, and that was what they were going to try to do. But the good thing is, after she made these for God, she got more flour and more oil, and she was able to make more food for her, her son, and Elijah until God made it rain again. God cares for those who are faithful to him, who trust in him, and he will care and provide for them when they need to be. So this week, I want you to take a look, and I want you to think about that poor widow and her son. They only had a little bit of flour and a little bit of oil. Go into your kitchen cupboards and take a look. You don't have to worry about food, but there is somebody in your community, I'm sure, that does. So my challenge to you guys this week is, one, thank God for everything that you have. He has provided you everything you needed. And then two, you know the children's worship money that we used to collect when we were meeting together on Sundays? Your part that you put in that, why don't you save it? Go to the store once you have some money saved, and buy some cans of food and bring it to the food pantry. That way you can help provide somebody who only has a little bit of flour and a little bit of oil to make their food with. Bye guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you.